broadcast network, AFTERBUZZ TV. Over 20 million weekly downloads in over 150 countries, and your #1 source for after-show entertainment. AFTERBUZZ TV, the destination for TV superfans. Producing after shows for over 300 of your favorite TV shows, interviewing celebrities and showrunners, and bringing you behind-the-scenes exclusives. All thanks to E! Entertainment's Maria Menounos, producer Kevin Undergaro, and internet leader Akamai. Now, let the buzz begin!
Yes, everybody, welcome to another Gotham AFTERBUZZ After Show, Season 2, Episode 14, This Ball of Mud and Meanness. The title of this episode, I still don't get it.
Yeah, Mud and Meanness.
Maybe it's because it's gritty. It was a gritty episode. They're going in. They're trying to figure out what happened. Mm-hmm. Now, the reason I decided to choose this theme, aside from the fact that I couldn't think of another theme, is the fact that he seemed very... There's a Dark Knight-esque-ness to Bruce this episode. I thought at the time.
With the early a baby Dark Knight.
You saw it.
Yeah.
Steve, I know you saw it.
I saw it at the beginning, and then at the end, I didn't like the background music they chose when Alfred was reading the letter. I thought it was too, patriotic-y.
Huh.
I was like, he's not president. It should have been something like this.
That would have been crazy.
It should have been something like this.
Yeah, you're
what
right.
he had was too it was prideful, and I was like, I thought really patriotic stuff.
That's what I'm talking about,
This
Monse
would've been
Bolanos. That's what we got, Monse Bolanos here, showing that perspective.
What is your name?
Huh? My name is Micheal Drew, whom you can also find on Twitter at Michael_Drew, Michael EAL. And the woman who gave that fantastic drop of knowledge is Monse Bolanos. What's up,
Hello,
lady?
I'm Monse Bolanos. You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos.
And who's that guy next to her?
And I'm the Knight. I'm also Steve Kaufmann. You can find me on Twitter at Steve Kaufmann. That's KAUFMANN. And where is he? Sorry, it's the end of my Batman voice.
That was pretty good.
That wasn't bad.
He must have friends.
Okay, well, you should stop with the...
Yes,
It was all right.
It's okay.
You had me on the first one.
I've had a cold. It's been a thing.
No, but everyone, even when you do a good impression, you always gotta just go a little further just to see how far you can go.
That is true.
And I respect that about you, Steve. All right, initial thoughts. Initial thoughts of this week's episode.
I don't know if you guys saw me, but I felt like I was on the edge of my seat. I was
Mine
just
too.
like, what is gonna...
The
I
entire way.
loved it. Aside from that choice of background music,
Yeah.
that's honestly the only thing I didn't like. I was on the edge of my seat wanting to find out what's gonna happen. The story progressed so much more with Matches Malone.
It did.
Way more than I anticipated happening in just one episode.
And not in the way I thought. I thought we would get another lead.
Yeah.
I thought we'd get another lead to who hired Matches Malone.
Yeah.
But it's literally nope. It's just over.
Yeah.
And I think I kind of figured out part of the title.
Okay.
Because it's a long-standing saying that if you dig up the past, all you do is get dirty. So Mud and Meanness would be the implication of, maybe I'm overthinking it, but Mud and Meanness would be the implication of just what happens when you dig up the past.
While you're over there on that chat, which Steve is doing right now on the chat, is that what you did? You Googled that? Did you Google that over there?
What?
That little statement to
Where'd you
figure
get
out?
that
No, that's
information?
a well-known thing.
That was just in the memory bank.
Specifically Minority Report, the Steven Spielberg one. That it's the Tom Cruise character just in someone very early on in the movie was just like, when you dig up the past, all you do is get dirty.
Yeah.
And then that was pretty much one. I love statements like that at the beginning of a thing tell you the whole story. That it's just like, yeah, you're gonna find out who killed your kid or whatever. I forget what Minority Report was about.
That's what I'm talking about. We got a walk-in booklet here for that type of information. We got Monse here. Bring it. They're showing other perspectives. That's what I'm talking about, guys. The trio. We're back. All right. Okay, so we're gonna open up. We're gonna get right back into this episode. We're gonna start with Bruce. I think we should go with Bruce. We'll start with Bruce as he meets Selena, and he's getting hood. He goes right to the gully, to the gutter. He meets Selena, and he's just like, hey. She gives him a gun.
Yeah, no big deal. It is.
I mean, that is no big deal to Selena.
I mean, I guess you're right to her, but I don't know. I feel like no matter where you are, you wouldn't just openly hand the gun to someone?
Well, I think in Gotham you would.
You would.
I think that says a lot about Gotham.
Yeah,
Gotham's
totally
this
normal.
weird place that you could just hand guns. Also, speaking of the chat, Steven Starr, he's first.
Oh, Steven.
I scrolled to the top. Steven Starr, you were first in our chat.
Salute to you.
Congratulations. Good name, by the way.
If I had a gift, I'd send it to you.
I had a gift.
But yeah, so I like the interaction with Bruce and Selena, and I like the apprehension that Selena had. Like she didn't want to do it. It's like she knew that he's about to cross a line that's not Bruce.
In a very big sister-y kind of way.
Mm-hmm.
You know?
I do like that too. That like she seems to understand that kind of all you're gonna do is get dirty, and it's just gonna be like it's gonna be rough. But she's not telling him that. Like everybody else is just telling Bruce, like, no, don't do this.
Right.
Yeah.
Where she's the only person relating to him that's just like,
All right.
if you're soliciting my opinion, I will tell you you shouldn't be doing this.
Right.
And
But it doesn't seem like you are. It seems like you're asking for me to be your friend and get you a gun, and I did that.
Yeah, they always say that's a down ass friend. They'll give you good information, but they'll always be there for you.
Right.
Even they'll fight with you. They'll bail you out of jail.
Bail you out of jail.
I think another thing that goes into that is one of the main reasons that Selena likes Bruce is he's not like that. He's not from her world.
Right.
There is an innocence to him. You know, but and even though he's still kind of straddling that line and dabbling into her life, into her world, he still has that innocence to him. He's not fully corrupted.
Yeah.
You know, and I think she kind of digs that, but I think she's afraid that he might change, and he won't be the Bruce that she loves, that she's willing to fight Silver St. Cloud for.
Well, no, I think that's when they end where they're walking the streets together.
Yeah.
Like she's gonna help form him to be the Batman we all love.
Yeah, I agree with you. I just think she doesn't want him to do something he's not ready for.
Okay.
But if like he was ready, I think she'd be all about it. I think she'd be like, yeah, man,
Yeah.
go get some revenge. Go get some revenge.
I like this new side of you. So post that, he ends up meeting with Alfred, and they hit the streets, and they hit a gang where Alfred fights Cupcake.
Mr. Cupcake.
Mr. Cupcake.
Yeah.
Right.
And I love those little parts in shows where they have a character whose name doesn't look like him. You know, fun. It's like you never know. It's like, oh, you're gonna fight a Twinkle Toes. Who's Twinkle Toes? And you see this huge Goliath of a man come through.
Yeah.
Like when you call dudes who look like that used to be called Tiny.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like their name is always Tiny.
Right.
Yes. Yeah.
You're gonna fight Tiny. Okay, I can fight Tiny, and then
There was a specific episode of Family Matters where Urkel was fighting a gang, and the guy came out, and they called him Tiny, and he was like the largest man in the room.
That was probably the first.
That was probably the first one.
Everyone is paying homage to that.
To that particular moment in Family
Everything's
Matters.
everything's a trope. Everything's a trope. All right, so Alfred goes toe to toe, and he fights this guy, and while he's fighting him, he's like tutoring Bruce.
Yeah.
He's giving him information.
He got his booty kicked.
Yeah, he got whooped.
He really did.
Well,
But
I mean,
he won.
Yeah, it's not about how hard you get hit. It's about being Alfred and winning the fight.
I think
That's
that was one of his quotables.
Precisely.
If you're me, Bruce, you'll win. Pay attention.
I mean, he did say you just have to outlast him because it takes a lot of effort and energy. Is what he was saying. Being having that much
Big
muscle
dudes.
and big dudes and stuff.
Yeah.
But he took a beating.
He did.
Like
he took a beating enough that he ended up in the hospital.
yeah, he when he dropped him on the ground.
Oh.
I was like, oh, that was painful.
Like you got to remember, he's old. Like he's older than everybody in this show. Technically character wise.
Yeah.
And he's still, but he has all these, phenomenal fighting skills, because he has such a crazy past, but
Right.
he's really an old guy, and he's taking out like these youthful gang members.
Yeah, Man Crush Monday, Alfred.
For me or for you?
I didn't
Me?
know.
I mean,
I
I'll
thought
give
it
him
was
a
obvious for me, but I mean, you can take
Okay,
it.
yeah. I mean,
I'm usually people's Man Crush Monday, but
Well-
you can have today.
Alfred
can have today for you.
Thank
Okay.
you. Thank you so much. You're so kind.
Usually your Man Crush Monday, it's all me. It's just every Monday.
Yeah.
me? What about me? No?
You're my Woman Crush Wednesday.
Oh, thank you. I don't care. I don't care. I
Stop.
transcend the gender.
Stop.
So Alfred ends up in the hospital, and he passes out, and Bruce takes that as his opportunity to go find matches. And it's crazy because Alfred already knows.
Yeah, and why? That didn't bother you guys that he pulled out the gun and was like,
That bothered me a lot, actually.
Didn't it, like, if it wasn't Bruce,
It was literally
would
just
you
like,
think that-
he's asleep, right?
He's
Yeah.
asleep. Let me
All
just show you the gun.
Let me just double check. I still have the gun exactly where I left it. Cool.
Yeah, it literally looked like if it wasn't Bruce, that is like, is he about to get rid of Alfred? Like, what's going on right
Yeah.
now? He was like, oh yeah, here it is.
Oh yeah.
The cold steel in my hands. I can't
That-
get rid of it.
That was. I know. I was like, seriously, why did you show it? Why did you pull it up at that moment? I don't know.
Bubby707 in chat. Alfred is Bay.
Alfred
okay.
is Bay. Yep.
It's the accent.
It helps.
What
a
was
little-
that thing he said after he got beat up?
Oh, when he was like, "How you feeling?" He's like,
Bloody, I feel bloody good or something like that.
He didn't
That was a
say
terrible. That was a terrible
I feel
impression.
bloody amazing. Is that how
Nah,
I feel?
No, sorry.
You asking me how I feel?
I know, right? That was pretty. That wasn't
You were
bad.
like angry.
I know,
You were
right?
like,
I didn't even think that was British.
And if you've ever,
That might have been Australian,
if
drunk
you've ever wanted to
Australian.
do a Michael Caine, you just say "my cocaine" really slow.
My cocaine.
See?
Holy crap! I think I just found a new gig here in Hollywood.
There you
I
go.
think I can be a voiceover guy.
There you go.
My cocaine. That's not bad. I'm gonna get new headshots. All right.
So we're all gonna work on our accent.
So Alfred, I think that leads Alfred to call Jim. He immediately is aware that when Bruce is gone, he knows what he's gonna do. 'Cause
Right when he
knows
comes
him.
back from consciousness.
And
When he wakes up.
And as soon as Jim comes, Alfred pretty much spills the beans. And I love how every time he keeps telling him everything's seedier and seedier. The partner.
Bullock.
Thank you. How can I forget your Bullock? That every time he got seedier and seedier, Bullock was like, dude, we're the cops. Don't go all the way. Like, we're gonna kill him. Dude, we're the cops. You know?
Yeah, it was good. It was good.
So
Yeah.
So then that leads Jim to go find Bruce.
yeah.
Right? He goes to find Bruce, and on the way, my boy.
Well, Bruce heads to like what seems an underground rave.
Yes.
There you go. Thank you.
And what I liked about this underground rave is that Lil Wayne walks up to the door, and the bouncer gives him what would have normally been like, "Hey, you're a kid. Don't go to this rave." And he goes, "Rocket Kid.
Yeah, he's like, I
Yeah,
see you.
I see you.
I like
Lets him
that.
Right in.
I see you. Go get it." We're like,
Yeah.
Oh.
And he goes to find Jerry. He goes to find Jerry, who's performing. I guess like where did he get? Who did he get the name from? Jerry? Where did he get it from? Was that from last episode?
No,
he
he
got
got
it
it
from the
from
beginning?
from Mr. Cupcake.
Okay, that was
Cupcake gave him
that
that.
was the name
Yeah.
that Cupcake gave him. So he shows up, and Jerry is playing the hardest of hard metals, while Joker
Yeah. While there were a bunch of
Jerome paintings on the back.
it looked like a projector.
Yeah.
Doing like I caught Jerome's mugshot real clear, and then like a bunch of the other stuff
In the video.
So like this whole scene was what we were talking about with Jerome in the third episode being on TV and like being killed publicly.
Yeah.
Set so many people off and like set a bit of a counterculture movement in Gotham almost. Of just let's be crazy and weird and dress like that and look like that.
I know.
That like one day will come forth.
Yeah.
Because-
She had the paint. She had the.
Yeah, like she had
looked like a Harley Quinn-ish.
Yeah, like she had a lot of her paint was shades of the Joker. But I do have to talk about a show I just heard about
Please
Okay.
do.
that we.
Okay.
Are you curious about a celebrity boyfriend's midlife crisis?
Always.
I'm having
Enjoy
one
hearing
now.
stories about behind the scenes of Hollywood. Amused by TV and old movie references. This
Yes.
panel never.
That I know, right? That's literally us.
Not at all. Then you would love the Tomorrow Show with Kevin Undergaro,
Yes.
who is Maria Menounos' fiance.
How adorable is that?
I know.
I don't know if you're aware. You can
I-
join him and Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, alongside with AfterBuzz co-host Roxy Stryer and Ashley Daniels.
Roxy
and
Stryer, that's
others
my
in
Flash
all the
co-host.
Insanity. Watch live Monday and Thursday night, 7 p.m., 9 p.m. Pacific time on thetomorrowshow.com, or subscribe and download free on iTunes. Go to thetomorrowshow.com for more information.
That's
Yes.
gonna be a good one. That's really gonna be a good one.
Yes.
Yeah.
A show I just heard about. I wanted to let everybody know.
Yeah, no, that's gonna be good. I mean, I like Roxy a lot. I do Flash after show with her, and she's very knowledgeable. And Kevin, who doesn't like talking to Kevin?
Kevin's good.
Even hearing that juice about Maria, I've been dying to know. I've been dying to know. So back to the show. Speaking of juice, Bruce tries to get the juice from Jerry.
Yeah, nice. That was a good one.
That was
nice
good. That wasn't bad.
transition.
Bruce tries
A
to.
quarter out of the transition.
He tried
You
to
earned it.
get the juice from Jerry, and it leads into this really, like we were talking about, what an interesting scene of that
Yeah.
back and forth.
Jerry is played by, who did you say?
Lori Petty, Tank
Petty.
Girl, Point Break,
She's so good. Orange is the New Black, which I hated her in Orange is the New Black.
League of Their Own.
Thank you for that, Chad.
Yes.
She was so good in a creepy way. It was ridiculous. Like I couldn't take my eyes off of her, even though she was making me uncomfortable. Yeah. Like her whole look, her makeup, what she was wearing.
Oh, everything was great.
Everything about it. And she had so much fun with it. I wonder how awesome it would have been to be Bruce or Jim, the actors, working alongside her. Because imagine you have to be serious, you're trying to get this information, or when Jim is interrogating her, trying to get all these questions, and she's just like not taking you seriously, I would lose my bleep.
Yeah. Both of Bruce's scenes, like the upcoming scene that we're gonna get to later on, but the one-on-one scenes regarding Jerry and matches were both like
Very good.
like were little scenes where he was just there's such soul-searching scenes for him where you just knew he aged like 10 years from both of those moments.
Yeah.
It was crazy. Like both of those, it was as if he was talking to two angels who were trying to get him to the next phase of his life to teach him something. It felt like that.
Yeah.
You know?
Some of it felt like a Mitch Albom novel.
Oh.
Where it's just like a very
I know of Mitch Albom. I haven't read his
guided. They're very short.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
can read them in a day. That's why he sold.
That's
how
what
he
I like to
sold so
read.
many.
That's all I like to
And
read.
the actor who plays Bruce is David Mazoux, I'm gonna guess. It's a look at that last name.
Who? Which that matches?
The little boy. Mazau? Mazou?
Mazau or Mizzou?
Yeah.
Either or. I've never actually heard it said.
Me neither. But he's amazing. We gotta,
No, he's
Bruce
killing it.
is killing it. More and more.
I've been calling him every time I see him. I call him Bruce Wayne. I can't help it.
Lil Wayne.
Little Wayne. So after the back and forth, Bruce actually gets some level of intimidation when he's talking to her. He keeps growing and growing. He's actually about to turn away and leave.
Yeah.
And then she stops him, and when she sees that, she tells him where he is.
Yeah, like lip to the T. Apartment 9B.
Yeah, it makes no sense why she did it, but it made sense why she did it because the way she played it was so good. You know, it really worked for me.
Yeah, that whole incident with the gun where he pulls it and then she like grabs it and puts it to her forehead.
Yeah.
So you're crazy. Like
Yeah.
But it was awesome.
it was so good. Oh, it was so good. Agreed.
Because it was like, I'm not going to point a gun at somebody I don't want to kill.
He's so honest.
Yeah.
He's so honest, which is
Although, let's be clear, that Bruce Wayne in this show has a gun and is allegedly pro-gun, or at least not anti-gun. Batman, incredibly anti-gun.
well, yeah. But I mean, this is the
Historically
start. This is the start.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
but it should be worth noting because we see Bruce Wayne with a gun today.
Yeah.
Right.
That there's a very famous still, I forget who illustrated it, that it's Batman snapping a gun in half, saying this is the tool of the enemy.
Does a Gatling gun count as a gun?
Possibly. When did he use a Gatling gun? Or you're talking about not a gun to hurt people. You're talking like a grappling gun, a Gatling gun.
Well, no, like in the Batman vs Superman trailers, he does have a big old gun on that car when he's shooting at Superman. Well, I mean, if we're gonna
I don't know if that fleck is canon or not.
Batfleck.
I will wait and see.
All right, so after leaving that nice little one-on-one meeting with Jerry, Bruce runs into Jim, and Jerry, fully pro Bruce, starts a mosh pit.
Yeah, she like calls him out and puts like the spotlight on him.
I know.
That seemed rehearsed, like that's how they handle police at
Yeah.
this place. So
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
GCPD.
Well, I know she did say this, like JCPD.
Yeah.
Like she literally just said GCPD and everybody knew the song.
Yeah, I know.
Everybody knew the song, and then everybody in the crowd just knew to like, oh no, we get the guy in the suit.
Right.
I know. I wonder what the acronym is for. It's probably not as basic as we think. As like, oh, Gotham City Police. She probably, you know how pop stars are.
Totally.
Like going against the grain or something like that. GCPD. Sorry, that was terrible. So Jim finds Bruce at the club. Bruce post mosh pit. Bruce finds takes the opportunity to escape, and Jim is getting waxed in that mosh pit. He goes from like trying to get away to just start throwing blows.
Yeah.
Like that's not how you mosh pit, Jim.
How do you mosh pit?
You
That's
just
the real question.
a few shoulders, maybe a few chest bumps. You don't punch people in the face. It's a mosh pit.
I mean,
A few chest
you don't punch everyone in the face. It's a mosh pit.
True.
You punch at least 3 people in the face.
Maybe.
in the course of the night. Like Jim was just getting started early.
Yeah.
True. Good point.
He had other stuff to do, so he was knocking them all out.
Yes. So Bruce goes to good old Matches, and when he finds him, we have the moment.
Yeah.
The moment that we've been waiting for. This one-on-one scene between them, and I next to Jerry, these two scenes pretty much were the entire episode.
Yeah.
Everything else was just
Fillers.
Well,
none of it was filler. It all
No,
Yeah.
but
it all
it
worked
seemed
towards-
like
But this
right.
was all series wide. Also, SM down H9 in the chat. I don't like Bruce has found his parents' killer. This is stupid.
damn,
Little
dude.
Bruce watched his parents get shot, and then Bruce found them a year later. This is stupid. I agree with the sentiment that Bruce is getting a resolution awfully quickly, but he's not actually getting a resolution.
Yeah.
Right.
Damn, that dude went in. I mean, I understand the anger. It's like, it's stupid. That's I
It's
hear
like
you.
I enjoyed the journey, and I enjoy that not only is there still a journey to find out who ordered the kill on his parents,
Right.
but like we're never gonna
find
that's
it
a
out.
series long journey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That he'll never find out anytime soon. So they really just buried it so we can just move on with this other thing
Yeah.
with Professor Strange and like Nygma and half humans under the floor and all
Half
this
human
stuff.
creatures.
Yes. So Bruce, he meets Matches, and then he's vividly nervous, and they're just he pretends that he's going to hire him, and then it gradually goes from that to just a straight up, I'm here to kill you.
Yeah.
And he's vividly nervous and says, I'm nervous.
My name is Bruce Wayne. You killed my parents. Prepare to die.
What kind of accent is that?
Is that from?
That's Princess Bride.
There you go.
Oh my
Okay,
God.
I knew
God.
that. I knew that. I just couldn't think of the title, but I knew that.
Oh,
My
I
name
did
is
not.
Aldo Montoya.
Yes. I give you. I just noticed his name is Aldo Montoya.
Yes.
And
Isn't that-
Ego Montoya.
Oh, sorry.
Okay, Aldo
Who
Montoya is
that?
the wrestler.
Aldo, yeah, he makes Just Incredible back in the day.
Yeah. Sorry, guys. We just gave you wrestling references and old late 1980s movies. So we go to the scene where this was my favorite part, where Matches tells him, "I pay you double. You got to pay double for women, triple for kids, and I don't kill babies."
Yeah, at least he has some
That's,
morals.
that's a good line.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna you want me to murder a wife, a kid, and then a baby?
Yeah.
I draw a line at the baby.
Yeah.
I'll kill the wife and kid, and then I gotta wait at least 2 years to kill the baby.
I know. What does he consider a baby?
So like you can pay me now for the baby, but
I'll come back.
I'll kill the baby's parents. The baby will go to foster care.
I'll
I'll wait until the baby is a child, and then I'll kill the child.
Layaway plan.
Yeah, we can pay off the child in installments if that's what you'd like.
That was a very dark joke, my man. That was very back. But I mean, I liked it. Though. I liked
Straight
it.
up though, like
I like it. So he asks Matches for if he remembers him, and man, that whole scene was just
When he
depressing.
when he's telling them like the whole story, like if he was his friend and just telling him about that night, I was like, that's awful.
Like
That
when
must be such an awful feeling.
yeah, when it ends with Bruce not actually pulling the trigger and deciding not to, it was very believable. Like it's just very. I'm glad it wasn't just rushed to where he was like, you know what, I'm better than this. I won't kill you, because we all kind of knew it was going there. I don't think anyone really thought he was going to kill Matches.
Right.
well, but I liked the story they told, which was I think Bruce was expecting his parents' killer to have all the answers and to at least like be a human about it.
Yeah.
Or like maybe it was his only kill or something like. So like it took him aback a little that like he met a hitman who's like 2 years ago. Yeah, I killed like 8 people.
He said that was a big year for
Yeah, like I
me.
killed
know.
8 people the month you're talking about.
Yeah.
Like, you're gonna have to be a little more specific.
Yeah, he totally had no remorse, no emotion, like no human normality when it came to being questioned about his kills. It's just like, yeah.
Sounds like the Iceman Killer. Has anybody ever seen that?
Yeah, but there was a level of regret in this guy in Match as opposed to like the Iceman. Like he wasn't like the Iceman has a borderline psychopathic issue where he can't, where he doesn't feel any remorse. Like Matches, there's a level of please kill me. Like it ended with like he was on like his deathbed. Please kill me.
Yeah, but he said, and I agree with you, but he just said that was the feeling because he's like a guy gets tired of not being punished for doing bad things.
Yeah.
So it's like, I don't think he was sad about killing. I don't think he felt remorseful who he was killing. I think he was just like, I'm over this. Like,
Like, literally, I've made the choice to kill a bunch of people for money, including your parents. You're here because I killed your parents. Supposedly to kill me. Bring it. Bring it. I made that choice. This is the consequence to my choice. I'm not going to run.
I like the when he said, Gotham, your parents are rich. They made Gotham. Gotham made me. So you're practically my son. You're practically my son. That dude Bruce was getting school. He went there for something. He didn't get it. Yeah. So then he leaves, and then as soon as he leaves, Jim finds him right on time. Because if Jim was any later, it would have looked like Bruce killed him. I mean, right? I mean, if Bruce goes there to shoot the guy, you show up and the guy's dead.
That would have been an interesting storyline to go.
Nygma would have figured it out.
Yeah.
Maybe.
You know, bullet entry and exit points and stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So he as soon as he exits, Matches he leaves the gun with Matches, and Matches kills himself.
Question for the panel.
Please go.
Do we think he did that because he just felt guilty, or do we think whoever hired him to kill the Waynes, part of it was like, if anyone comes looking, you better eat that cyanide.
That better stop with you.
Yeah, like this has to live and end with you, and this is way more important than a thing. Like,
yeah, I thought so too. I thought it was kind of a little bit like, oh well, you caught up to me. This is where
this is where I die.
This is where I die.
This is where I die, either by this kid's gun,
right?
Whether or not the kid pulls the trigger or not.
I'm gonna go with like he was just overcome with he was just tired of the life he was living, because there's a level of remorse he had, a little sincerity, and he looked like a locked box. Like, you couldn't get that info from him. You know, it's like what he said, like, I'm a killer. You could shoot my kneecaps. You won't get no info from me if I don't want to give it to you.
And Boo69Bs in the chat says probably both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Maybe a little bit of both.
I mean, he did have morals, which is respectable. I mean, the killing women and kids part, not really, but it's respectable. I mean, you know.
Right. Yeah.
So, all right. So that's pretty much it with Bruce. It ends. Actually, no. Sorry. It ends with Bruce then leaving a letter for Alfred about him hitting the streets. He runs away to go stay with Selena, which is poetic and romantic. Little cute little kids. Your thoughts on it? What do you guys think about that?
I like that. Hopefully, do we think we get a bunch of him on the street?
That's what I wanted to ask you.
I want to see him. Like, I want this to be him, like, leaving on the street, and then we don't follow him for at least like 5 weeks.
That's what I was thinking. Is this technically his exit from the show, and he comes back older? Do you guys think that?
I don't think he'll be gone that long from Alfred.
Could they not, though?
Man, am I the only one who wants that?
I think you're the only one who wants that. I think most of us are okay with this actor playing this character.
I mean, no, I like the actor too. I'm just thinking purely in storyline purposes, because I wouldn't mind seeing older Bruce, but I do like this character a lot.
Yeah,
I do like that actor a lot.
I like this actor a lot. I like this character a lot. I don't see a need to do any time jumps.
Yeah.
So but that said, like, I'd be way more than okay, especially with all the stuff they have brewing elsewhere on Gotham, if we don't see Bruce for a while.
Okay.
You wouldn't want to see any, like, quick updates as to how he's doing just by?
Yeah, at least 3 weeks.
3 weeks, okay.
Like, I'd want 3 weeks where they're too busy dealing with all this other stuff that we're not even seeing Bruce and Selena walk the streets. And then on the 4th week, maybe we open on them discovering one of those semi-human people from Indian Hill. Like, we open on them, and then we, within 3 sentences, kind of explain that they're doing great, and she's teaching them a bunch of stuff. And then, oh my God, what is that?
Okay.
And then that's like kind of like a Law and Order opening.
All right.
And then he talks to Gordon as Gordon questions him and stuff like that.
I actually, I actually like that. I'm with that.
Yeah.
It would have more effect if he's gone for a few weeks and comes back.
Yeah, it would have more effect if we just saw him for 3 weeks later.
Yeah.
And like, oh wow, Bruce went street. Maybe some cornrows.
No.
Some cornrows? Comes back with some cornrows? Like, I
Cornrows.
understand the streets now, guys.
Just shave his head. That'll be.
I get it.
Cornrows. He has a blunt in his mouth. He doesn't smoke it, but he just
He
keeps
just
the
holds
blunt.
it.
He just holds
He
it.
just holds the blunt.
I'm just
To
trying. I
look
gotta fit
good.
in. I gotta fit in. Real quick, now let's just touch on my boy Oswald Cobblepot and the Arkham treatments.
I feel so bad for him.
This guy, I thought. My theory at the beginning of this was that he was just going along with it. You know, Hugo Strange is just giving him treatment after treatment after treatment.
That's still my theory.
Me
you still
too.
think that?
100%.
Oswald Cobblepot's too strong.
Yeah.
I think he's, and I'm not saying the treatments aren't doing something to him, but I honestly think somewhere inside of him, he's willingly going along to like, this will be the way out.
Yeah.
So pretty much he gets treatments throughout the episode to where they pretty much beat or electrify or electrocute the insanity out of him to where he becomes like a docile puppy.
And they show him images that are awful, like his mother.
Yeah.
Like he saw himself kill or attack his mother. Like that must be so awful to see.
Do you think they showed him that image, or that's just what was?
I think that's what they
was
were
his mind?
showing him. That's what I was under the impression when he has the.
I don't know if they had control over. I think.
Or that was just his thoughts that they were.
Well, yeah, because a therapist is like a mirror, so like they just amplified the mirror. So he's only seeing what his subconscious and conscious have like at the forefront.
Yeah.
Like, because that would be a lot of work to just kind of project that on him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like I think he's projecting that, and they just found a way to show it to him more
Got
clearly.
it.
They knew how to
Okay.
pinpoint his fears, and whatever his fears were, just got steroided up. So they by the end they give him a certificate and they send him out into the free world. And what? They could give him an umbrella.
Okay. Have I done Gotham Law yet? I've done Gotham Civics. I've done Gotham Budgets. I think I did Gotham Budgets.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do a little Gotham Law real quick.
Okay.
Okay.
All right.
If you're declared insane
Yeah.
instead of guilty,
Yeah.
and then you're deemed sane, you then go back to that judge, and then that judge finds you innocent or guilty because you're a sane person now.
Yeah.
Apparently, Professor Strange is above all that.
Yeah. Well,
and
I mean,
is able to, with a certificate, let you leave Arkham.
Right.
It fits into why Gotham is just corrupt.
That's
like you
true.
don't need. There's no checks and balances. It's literally like you're like, oh, all right, you ain't crazy no more. Go back into society.
Right. But Hugo Strange has a plan. Like he
Yeah.
let him out on purpose for a reason.
There's got to be a trigger.
Right.
Hugo Strange has to have a trigger wired into the Penguin to ignite him.
That's a possibility.
Also, just from back there, Penfold74 said something really funny. Oh yeah, let the 13/14-year-old boy with hormones raging stay with the 14/15-year-old girl unsupervised.
Yeah.
They might discover things about the criminal world, but he also discovers something else.
Huh? I mean, I didn't want to say it.
All right, guys.
I didn't want to. That's a reality show right there.
It's a reality show right there.
That's a reality show. So Oswald's out. I think he's done. I think they fried his brain, and something's going to happen to remind him of who he is. But I think what you saw him get out as, what you saw him leave that place as, that's who he is right now.
What about in the scene where Hugo Strange tells him, "No, there's still more therapy," and his face is just like, "What?" You didn't think that was like I've been acting like this, so you stop giving me this therapy treatment. That's what I got in his reaction to when because he was like holding a smile and he was like, "Are you freaking kidding me? I've been like doing everything. I've been acting just like you want me to.
Yeah.
And you're still giving me therapy." That's when I was like, "Oh, he's faking it.
Yeah.
He's faking it to get out because of that reaction."
I stand by that. That I think he's faking it to get out.
Yeah.
Completely.
Yeah, I'm sure it's affecting him. I'm sure it's still a problem for him.
Yeah.
But he's definitely faking.
Yeah.
Alright.
And that doesn't mean Hugo Strange doesn't have a hold on him. That doesn't
Right.
mean there's still going to be a trigger that'll get him through. But I do think Hugo Strange, I do think Victor Zsasz may have taught Penguin something along the way
Okay.
as to how to deal with these things or something.
Yeah.
That said, does anybody else want ice cream right now?
Man.
I didn't want ice cream until I saw that scene.
I mean, it actually not real. I mean, I'm an ice cream aficionado, I like to say.
Are
I'm
you?
I'm an ice cream guy, but that ice cream looked kind of.
I mean,
Looked
when
like
you're
that-
at Arkham Asylum, that's the best
I
thing.
know
Yeah.
it didn't really make me want to say to myself, "Oh, I want some cookies and cream right
What's
now."
your favorite ice cream?
Oh, cookies and cream. You know
What
I
brand?
mean?
Anywhere specific?
Well, what is regular cookies and cream? But if I'm gonna get crazy, it's Haagen-Dazs. I think I mentioned that. Or Swiss
Haagen-Dazs.
almond. You know what I mean? Pineapple coconut. Anyway,
No, this is the Michael Andrew ice cream hour. Go on.
Go on, tell us all about it.
aside from the ice cream, did anyone else notice how Hugo Strange's hair is growing back? Did anyone else notice his hair was poking back up? Was that just me?
I did not. I noticed his tie. His tie was awesome.
It
Yeah,
wasn't-
you noticed.
I
Yeah,
know.
talking about his knot.
I noticed about hair. he knows about ties.
Well, then Monse gave me this weird look, and I was like, men's fashion, there's like 4 things to worry about. There's like the
That's
tie,
true.
the knot of the tie, the color of the suit, and
Really?
then the shoes. Like, there's 4 things. And then I guess their hair, but that's not fashion, that's like style.
Okay.
Belt is also important.
Belts?
Your belt can't clash too much.
But if you're not if you're wearing a suit,
Oh,
and you
that's
don't see
true.
the belt. Like,
But if you're okay, yeah, okay, got it, got
4
it.
things.
Got it.
You guys want ice cream? I got you. But if you want fashion, you got the duo right here. You got the Monse and Steve Fashion Hour.
Steve's got better fashion tips than I do.
I do.
I
literally just throw on. I
Yeah,
literally just
that
throw on
was
whatever.
perfect on point.
Bro, Steve.
Props.
Bro. So thumbs up just for Steve.
With the beard and jeans and a t-shirt. His fashion tips are on point.
So then we touch real quick on Nygma. So Kringle's missing. Lee
For a while now.
Yeah, Lee goes up to Jim and they're in their post-fight awkwardness.
Oh, this was awesome.
And they apparently Nygma forgot about the checks, which are gonna be there.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Who's
But
not
how
gonna
does
get
he
their money?
Then how does he get them?
I know. He probably just I don't know.
He probably figured nobody would go looking.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's a lot of paranoia on Nygma's part right now.
Which was so great
but
this
the
episode.
fact that in his mind, he's dealing with a Bruce that in his mind went looking for these checks.
Yeah.
That it was literally like, no, I think Bruce is onto me.
Yeah.
Or sorry,
Jim,
Gordon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I think Gordon's onto me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I like
he's
how
losing it.
Yeah, how he's like thinking like Jim. Oh, you think you're smarter than me, Jim? Like he's
Yeah.
freaking out, and Jim's just like, all right, well, whoops, forgot about it. Anyway, like he's completely unaware.
Whatever. I'm too busy dealing with.
Other stuff.
I'm too busy dealing with a 2-year-old cold case of like the Gotham elite.
Yeah. It's like that insecurity thing. Like, you know, when you're insecure and someone says something, you hear something that's not really there.
Yeah.
And they're just like, all right, bye, see you later. You're like, are you mad at me or something, dude? Did you just say?
And I think
I didn't
I-
mean anything.
You gonna see me later?
Yeah. You know,
You're
like-
gonna.
No, I don't think Nygma's an insecurity. It's Nygma. It's his other side.
Yeah. I think no, but I think he's seeing something that's not there, and he's gonna get himself in trouble with this. I think because the episode ends with him putting the famed green question mark on Jim Gordon's
Right.
face and
Right.
talking to himself and looking insaner and crazier.
That's
I
not
loved
gonna.
it.
This is not gonna end well for Nygma.
I mean, I don't think anyone ever thought it would, but
But
now I
like-
really don't think.
Like, you can't go up against Gordon in this show.
I know.
So is Nygma gonna be kind of
Nygma
done
might be.
after the season?
I don't think he's gonna be done.
Or
but
he'll be down in Indian Hill.
he might be
Right.
the new. He might be the new Penguin, while Penguin's
Or
trying to
he'll be
find
in
himself.
Or he'll be
Well, they do talk. It shows a preview where he
Yeah.
tells Penguin everything you told me about Jim is working perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
So
Ah, it's true. He did say that.
he does say that. Another reason why I think Penguin is totally faking it.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm with you that he's affected. Like, I think he's in pain and he hates it because it's really crappy
It'll
what they're
take at
doing to
least
him.
it'll take at least 1 week for him to snap into
Right.
what we understand to be Penguin.
Right. But I
Okay.
think he's totally faking it.
All
Also,
right.
it was only like 3 treatments too.
Yeah. I mean, that we saw. Who knows? Just one of those treatments would have been enough for me to be like, you know what? Just kill me. That's fine. That's cool. I don't need to be sane.
All right. Real quick. Predictions.
Predictions.
Give him to me.
And now, your AFTERBUZZ TV.
I feel like I'm in the rock and roll scene from this episode. GCPD. Da, 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 da. All right, sorry guys.
That's my jam though.
Yeah,
That's gonna be
Jesus, my
that's gonna be my
jam.
ringtone.
Every time I'm in trouble, every time I see the cops, guys, GCPD, skirt, just pull out. Monse, what are your predictions?
I don't have one at the moment. I want to see how many episodes are left. So if you have one, go first.
Steve, what are your predictions?
I could make one up on the spot.
I got
but I
some.
don't have any right now.
Go.
Okay.
Make some up.
Well, I'm gonna. Penguin, he's domesticated. Like his mind is jacked up right now. It's gone.
Mm-hmm.
He's gonna see. He's clearly his father, the famed Pee Wee Herman.
Oh, yeah, we're going to see him.
Yeah, he's playing his father. Paul Rubin.
Yes.
Yeah.
Is going to. He appears next episode. Something's going to happen with his family that's going to unlock it.
Okay.
Maybe the father didn't like the mother, so he's going to. I think he's gonna maybe insult the mother, say something negative about the mother, because they're not together. So I don't think the father liked the mom, and that because Penguin loves his mother. He's gonna say something about the mother that's going to bring back the psycho that's inside Penguin. Because I love my mom.
And
She
does
was
he
an
attack
angel.
his dad?
Maybe.
Okay.
Okay.
Well, this might lead to flashback scenes of when the father maybe abused the mother, and then he will get revenge on behalf of his mom.
Although that mom compared to the Penguin's mom in the show versus like Penguin's dad, like it looks like she like low class, high class.
Yeah.
That it looks like it wasn't even an abused or they were in a relationship. It looks like it was like a one night stand and she got pregnant.
Could have been.
And then it's like, oh, you're my kid. I'm happy about that now.
That could be it. And I think we might not see Bruce for a couple of episodes.
There are 8 episodes left, if that makes.
Yes. And Penfold 74, I predict Steve and Monse will be by the runway in Milan by next fashion season.
Yes, I love it. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello.
We'll send you a postcard.
Oh yeah. Just send me.
We'll send you a Snapchat.
Snapchat does
We'll have
postcard.
a 13-year-old Italian boy to explain Snapchat to us.
Yeah, because we don't do Snapchat, so that's why I said postcard. But yeah, so we'll be there. 8 episodes.
8 episodes. This doesn't change mine. That's all I got for predictions.
I think the Miss Kringle storyline is gonna be stretched out. Like I think by the end of it, we will have a big change in Nygma. Like he's changing now. I say it's like from what he is now, 40%, if not 50% more of a change. Like we're gonna see more and more of the dark side. And yeah, I think Bruce will. I hope we don't see him for a few days.
Yeah,
build up the tension.
What I want is for the Nygma story to be the back burner every week.
And that's what I think is gonna little bit.
So like every time Nygma talks to Gordon will just be like, yeah, hey.
Yeah.
And Nygma's like, what?
Losing it. Yeah.
No, he's on to you. You need to kill him right now. Don't kill him later. Kill him now. And like that craziness where Gordon is literally like, oh yeah, your girlfriend is gone or something.
Yeah, that's what I totally think is gonna happen. It's not gonna be the main storyline.
It's gonna be
little bits for over, and then maybe like the last 2 episodes.
It's gonna be like the tiger in The Hangover.
Yeah.
Where you introduce it, and then you introduce like 5 other problems, and then you solve like half of those problems, and then you come back and be like, the tiger. Oh. There's a tiger in the. Man.
I like that. That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. Cool. Yeah, that's all I got then.
Yeah. I think the semi-humans in Indian Hill we're not gonna see those till next season.
Okay.
I think they're gonna be the big reveal. Like we're gonna see, and I think we can see Fish Mooney's face at the end of this season.
Okay.
To lead us in to get us real excited for next season.
Okay.
Because this is the rise of the villains.
Okay.
So if the semi-humans like came up from the depths in the next 8 weeks, it would be a little disingenuous.
Okay. All right, I agree. Well, everybody, if that's what it is.
That's what it is.
If you guys haven't already, please go to youtube.com/AfterBuzz TV. Subscribe, iTunes, like, subscribe, share. I'm Micheal Drew. You can find me on Twitter at Micheal_Drew, Micheal EAL. Monse.
You guys can find me on Twitter and Instagram at Monse Bolanos, MonseBolanos, and be sure to check out the Tomorrow Show with Kevin Undergaro.
Yes.
Don't forget.
There's also the Bolanos fan zone. They just followed me back.
Oh.
You can find me on Twitter like the Bolanos fan zone has at Steve Kaufmann. That is KAUFMANN. I'm also on Instagram. That's Steve_Kaufmann, but I only Instagram on Thursdays.
Huh. Yeah. I got a specific date for it?
Yep.
Bye, everybody.
From executive producers Maria Menounos, Kevin Undergaro, Phil Svitek, and the entire AfterBuzz TV staff, we would like to thank you for listening to the AfterBuzz TV network. To watch or listen to other after shows and post comments or questions, be sure to visit AfterBuzzTV.com. I'm Sir Richard Wentworth, and this has been a presentation of AfterBuzz TV.
Buzz you later.
The views expressed herein are those of the hosts only and do not necessarily reflect the views of AfterBuzz TV or its owners or principals.